All right, it's been a minute, probably about a month since the last time I've been on here, but just wanted to recap finally after recuperating and letting things wind down the national semifinals at Clearlake. First, uh, shout out to my family, my dad, my cousin. They came out to observe the festivities or cheer me on at the national semifinals, which was cool. Never expected anything like that to happen, nor did I think something like that would really matter that much, but it did. When I was up there, it really helped, kept me motivated, and I really wanted to do well for them. Yes, my family said it didn't matter if I caught a million fish or zero fish, they were still going to be proud, but nonetheless, I still wanted to um, put on a good showing, if you will. So I think I did that. So pretty happy with myself with that. As for what happened with Clear Lake, pretty interesting. I had um, all the ways I wanted to catch the fish, and of course, it didn't work out that way. uh, I ended up stumbling across um, a Ned rig bite. During practice, I was catching them on a jig rig, and I tried a shaky head, and I didn't get bit. But I saw some of the bait um, that had, I don't know, I guess died or whatever. But um, I saw it was pretty small, so I decided to put on a Ned rig, and I threw up next to some rocks, and I got 3 bites. Now the interesting thing is, I bought the ochos, the ocho Ned rigs. Let me show you here in a second. Got these guys. All right. So when they first came out, a long time ago, long time ago, and I just had them stored away, and I had pretty much all the colors, and since then I've used up quite a bit, but I have numerous of green pumpkin, which is pretty good color. It gets a lot of bites. Now I didn't want to waste any of those for the tournament. It was a 2-day event, and I was like, don't waste any of these. Save them for the event. So I tied on the ugly one, or I call it the ugly. This colored one here called crawdaddy. They don't even have this color readily available anymore. So I tied that on there, and I said I threw up next to some rocks, 3 casts, 3 fish, and so um, I was like, these are working. Shock to me. Never worked before, but these are working. So I go out in town to try to find some more, of course, and as you would know, there weren't any more. So what I had was that's all there was, and of course I still had what the good colored ones, but I was just gonna roll with the ugly one, the crawdaddy one. Now, also because I was lazy, I didn't tie my Ned rig on a spinning reel because I normally fish it, but threw it on a bait caster with 12-pound tests. Uh, Let me show you here. Bring it up right here. That's how I had it rigged up. Crazy. Once again, just I was lazy. That's why I rung it up or strung it up that way, and it was working. So I didn't reinvent the wheel. I didn't change anything out. I just rocked with that, and sure enough, day one, got to my spot. Well, eventually got to the spot where I was catching them, or I caught them during practice, and the fish were bigger. And for probably about like 2 hours, it was pretty much every other cast we were catching fish. Now the crazy part is, remember, I said all I had was um, this color was what was left in my boat, just the one package. Now with that, as you can see, this one's kind of chewed up. Yep. So what I was doing was cutting them down, and they kept getting smaller and smaller. Here's one I cut down. The fish kept biting. At one point, I fished with one on a Ned rig. I had just about this much worm left, that much, and I still caught fish on it. So it was pretty crazy that they really like this color. I guess that's my only um, way to make sense of what was happening. And I didn't throw the green pumpkin one. So I threw it one time just to see if maybe this was all in my head and that they would bite the green pumpkin one. They did bite the green pumpkin one, but it was a lot slower and the fish were smaller. So I threw the crawdaddy one and it was pretty good. The first day I had like around 12 pounds. Did pretty good considering the situation. And then day two, made a couple adjustments and I just focused primarily with the Ned rig and ended up with 16 pounds. So that was pretty cool. I said Clearlake is loads of fun. It's always interesting the way to see how the lake unfolds. I mean, you pretty much split it in half. Either you're going to fish the southern part of the lake where there's more rocks, or you're going to fish the northern side where there's more vegetation. I chose the vegetation side, but this time around looks like the rocky side won it. Person that won did cruise down to the southern end, and I think they showed up with 21 pounds each day. So shout out to Eddie for taking care of business, really putting on a show out there. He had a lot of big fish, but he did fish some of the same areas that I was at, just different times of the day. I mean, the lake's massive. It's just how it worked out. I think I saw one other competitor fish in the same general area, but not the same spot, if that makes sense. So it's pretty cool. Hopefully I qualify for the national semifinals next year. We're definitely going to be working hard to try to get another shot. It's going to be at the California Delta. And similar, or I would say I'm going to do a better job than what I did this past time of going to Clearlake. Each time I go to Clearlake, I end up buying stuff, the magical baits for the Clearlake, and I end up catching them on stuff I already have in my boat or in my bags. This year I didn't buy as much. Caught them pretty good. So going to the Delta, same thing. I have so much. I have fished it numerous times. I got so much stuff from the last times I ordered and went up there. I'm just going to rock with what I got. If I don't got it, I'll find something else in my bag. I'm really not going to, let's say, overdo it when it comes to the tackle for the California Delta. Just a terminal tackle stuff, some weights and things like that, but should be good to go. But yep, just wanted to chime in. National semifinals was awesome. If you are not part of the California Bass Federation, or any other, we'll say the Bass Federation, your state affiliate, you pretty jump on it. It's a pretty cool deal. You got pro and co-angler. At the end of the season, if you qualify, you get to go to a national semifinal and compete to see if you can go to the championship or the national championship and win the Living the Dream package. So once again, the thing about tournament fishing, a good entry level place to start is the Bass Federation, particular California Bass Federation, because that's the one I'm working out of and fishing for. But any state has their representatives, so contact them. So until next time, tight lines, out.